In 1980, the video games world was dominated by games like this one, Space Invaders. These were aimed mainly at boys who played them in video games arcades. That was until this man, Toru Iwatani, set out to design a game to appeal to women. The inspiration, apparently he was eating a pizza, and 2 slices in, the idea of Pac-Man occurred to him. And the name, well, initially it was Pakkuman, from the sound your mouth makes when it's opening and closing rapidly. Later, when the game was launched in the US, this was changed to Pac-Man, and it became an overnight hit. 350,000 Pac-Man arcade machines like this one were sold in the first 18 months, and in the years that followed, these pulled in more than $2.5 billion in revenue.
This was the first game to have real competitive artificial intelligence that hunted you down. There was just a lot of personality. There was a lot of great music, beautiful colors. There were colorful fruits, a yellow main character, blinking lights, flashing music. It was just a lot of fun, and the excitement drew people in.
Pac-Man became the first original gaming mascot and was the first game of many to be set in a maze. It was also the first video game licensing success, with Pac-Man merchandise worth more than $1 billion sold in the US alone.
For a while, there was like a Pac-mania in the 80s where Pac-Man had a cartoon, he had a Christmas special, he had his own can of tomato sauce pasta, toys, everything, you name it. It was the first video game character to really take off and become a successful property. It made Namco Bandai like billions of dollars back then, and it really did pave the way for a lot of video game stuff that we see today.
The success of Pac-Man has turned the game into a cultural icon, a symbol of a generation that grew up with video games, and it looks like it's set to live on. In July, a film's due to come out that sees aliens interpreting arcade games as a declaration of war.
Professor Iwatani, the creator of Pac-Man.
Pakkuman is not bad.
The real Toru Iwatani may have retired from the industry in 2007, but in the film he's invited back to rein in the monster he created. Tarek Basley, Al Jazeera.